Let's pretend like we haven't already been in your house having
Oh
coffee.
wow! How are you this morning?
Man, I need you to dab into the next transition.
I'll have to ask my accountant about it.
Yeah guys, so we're just at the Radisson Blu now. I haven't been here in years. I think I was here for like a class rep training about 4 years ago. There was free sandwiches, that's all I remember. What else does anyone else remember about? So yeah, the event's on, we're like half an hour late. I'm blaming this fella and his mother feeding me coffee and toast.
We're not late.
What are we?
We just missed the shit.
The awkward stage where I was like, hi, hi,
where you're like mingling.
Mingling, yeah.
Stage.
Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes.
Woo, fancy! So cozy.
In the world, what were your first impressions of Conor McGregor?
Oh, Conor, yeah, Conor that man, what? Yeah, so I'll tell you the story. I met Conor years and years ago. I was there the first day he walked into the gym, and Conor was like a younger version, not as flashy because he didn't have the money to buy the flashy clothes. He knew exactly where he was going from day one, like, and you know, he trained a little bit and stuff, and a couple of the qualities he had, he was very scrambly, wouldn't quit on that. You could have a choke on him straight off the bat and it's on, and he's going blue in the face trying his damnedest to get out. Just sheer grit, determination, and very, very sure of himself. So I always knew very early on that if he stuck at it and you know, dedicate his life to it, because if you want to be a master or anything, it's not, I'm going to do it, you know, 3 or 4 days a week.
Yo, so the first talk is just over now. 15-minute break and then straight into the second talk. Back, that's the story, man. Nice to see you again. How's the head?
Awesome. Struggling.
Birthday boy!
I was out last night. I'm dying still.
Yeah? I kind of had a feeling you would.
I was hoping it wouldn't be like what it is, like stuck in the centre. I hope it would just be like.
Oh, and it's sitting now.
Exactly, yeah.
Your camera's on
right there. I know, yeah, sure. That was like a non-taken event, so that was crazy. I know, I think it's way cooler.
We're gonna stand. 3, 2, 1. Oh, can he do it? How long will he last?
The €100 voucher. It is a €100 voucher.
€100 voucher for the best protein in Ireland.
Kerrigan's beats. All I have to do is hold the dumbbells up like this. 2 minutes 15 seconds.
I think it was cheating a little bit.
Say no, we won't show the clip of me actually doing it. So.
What's it called again? From Tinder to bed?
No, that's a different one. That's an example. That's an example of implementing the theories. You know what I mean? I like to back it up. Anyway, why does it feel good to maybe we should define semantics, because you know, I could create anything, right? Technically I made a sandwich last night, but I didn't create, do you know what I mean? It wasn't a creative process. I mixed a bit of turkey and some lettuce. It wasn't that creative, do you know what I mean? So by create, I mean kind of make something start to finish that.
I'm gonna think, you know, obviously your close friends, your family, you know they're going to support you, whatever, but it's your friends that you see on a day-to-day basis, or work colleagues, like, oh my god, what are they going to think of me? And that's the first thing I did when asking for feeder, was like, I'm not going to give a shit what anyone thinks of me, I'm just going to do it.
Is that the muscle strength pyramid by Eric Helms? Good to see. This is something like, go and do 20 sets. You'll be bragging about it being like, oh bro, my legs are so sore, you know, you see all those memes about being sore after leg day. It's like, okay, but you didn't recover from it and you can't necessarily adapt to it, so why bother doing it? And I can't sit down in the toilet without paying. Yeah, like that's not necessarily a good thing unless you've been, you know, off training for a while. So yeah, do what you can tolerate, not as much as you can do.
Oh guys, an absolute man, like just walking down the corridor. And these two guys, look at these biggest fans.
Can't believe we finally get to meet you, man. Can't believe we finally get. Are we going to be in the vlog?
You're going to
shout out Bailey O'Rourke as well.
Wish you were here, Bailey. Wish you were here.
Bailey, where are you, man? Bailey, where are you?
Are you having a good day, lads?
Absolutely great day.
Yeah.
Met Joey.
You met Joey. Absolute point.
Yeah, I think about the end just way too much, but it's fun to fantasize on my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was, but it's fun to fantasize.
Yo, so before I even start this clip, I've just made the most practical makeshift studio lighting ever. My iPhone is in its iPhone holder and it's just facing the opposite way, and the torch is like on the face, nice and clear, crisp. Other than that, guys, I hope you actually enjoyed today. What I kind of liked about it was just basically talking and listening with basically motivational people, and what the kind, for me, what I got out of it, and maybe you did too from the few clips I showed, is that everyone that is basically doing so well and successful is kind of like, they ignore what people think. They ignore kind of negative opinions, and basically they push and they push and they work and they work and they they disregard negativity. And I kind of love that. I love that attitude, and it's something I'm kind of learning as I go on, because obviously negativity at the start is not an easy thing to deal with, and harsh comments and stuff is hard to overcome. But these guys basically preach that you have to progress on your own, and that it's so important to just only see your own tunnel vision. Even things like family members, parents and stuff like that, sometimes they're not always on your side, so you got to kind of believe in yourself, and that's what I took out of today. But honestly, it was a fantastic day, and fair play to Rob Lipsett for hosting the event. I really like the idea and the concept of these creator summits. But other than that, guys, my topic 6 is actually coming up soon. I'm doing another one, and I've asked Ben to do it. Ben Keeley, who was in this video today, probably dabbing about 15 million times. But Ben is actually going to discuss dropping out of college versus me staying in college. I've never left college. Ben has only been to college once for a small period of time, and since then he's gone traveling the world, sponsored with Red Bull, while I've been kind of stuck and grounded in Dublin. So we're going to kind of compare, contrast, and kind of see what it's like to stay versus to leave college. Other than that, if you haven't liked this video, please do. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't followed my Instagram, please do. Peace out, guys. Have an amazing week.
Yeah, I think about the end just way too much, but it's fun to